Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rob Porca, and I'm a former student, teacher, and vice principal here at Lindsay Thurber. Today, I'm here to tell you a little bit about William Arthur Bower and an exciting announcement for Red Deer High School students. In 1992, when I was teaching Études Sociales and Social 20 here at Thurber, I tasked my students with investigating the names of Red Deer High School students killed in World War I who are listed on a plaque at the entrance to the school. It was difficult to obtain information back then, as, believe it or not, there was no such thing as the internet. We could write to the National Archives or to local museums, but it would often take them months to respond to our request. So I thought, well, who can we contact locally? And we began researching the Bower name. Bower is a well-known Red Deer name, and I happen to know the nieces of William Arthur Bower, a soldier killed in World War I, as their family farm backed on to my childhood home in Sunnybrook. Some of the students in my class received a wealth of information from Ruth and Dorothy Bower about their uncle that they never knew, as he was killed before they were even born. William, or Arthur as he's known, was the son of James and Catherine McLean Bower, who established the Bower family farm in 1899. The farm still exists today south of the Sunnybrook South subdivision. Arthur voluntarily joined the army when the war was declared. He was not conscripted. Arthur felt a strong sense of duty to his country and to his family, so therefore he signed up before conscription was even implemented in Canada. At the time when a grade 8 education was the norm, Arthur obtained grade 12 here in Red Deer and then attended the Manitoba Agricultural College and Columbia College, which was a survey school in Vancouver. His higher education placed him in the Corps of Engineers when he enlisted, and he became a sapper. A sapper is someone responsible for digging trenches and tunnels, often crawling through the tunnels to set mines. The position of a sapper was specialized and very dangerous. Tunnels could collapse, and they could also come up in the wrong places. Flooding in the trenches and tunnels was a common problem, and it created abysmal conditions for soldiers. It is quite likely that Arthur was selected to be a sapper because of his training in surveying. In 1995, Lindsay Thurber established a twin school in France. Every 2 years, the school visited the battlefields of World War I, the city of Paris, and of course, our twin school in France. It was decided that we would first visit the grave of William Arthur Bower, as we had done some prior research. We found out where he was located, and he's buried in the Commonwealth War Grave cemetery in Dikkebus, Belgium. Arthur died at the age of 22. In subsequent visits to France over the past 25 years, Thurber students have visited the graves of all Red Deer High School students who were killed in World War I. These students will be remembered in today's ceremony. Here is a short video prepared by RDTV prior to our first visit to the gravesite.
A group of 41 Red Deer students leave for France tomorrow. It's an opportunity to work on their French studies, and as Dwayne Woolheiser tells us, it's also an opportunity to learn more about the history of Red Deer.
He whom the scroll commemorates was numbered among those who at the call of king and country left all that was dear to them.
She's read his letters time and again, and over the years, Dorothy Bower has gotten to know her uncle quite well, even though she wasn't alive yet when 22-year-old Arthur Bower died on a French battlefield in 1916.
It is sad they had their whole lives ahead of them, which they didn't have.
It's also sad that today we don't often take time to remember those who gave their lives for our country.
Perhaps we take it too much for granted now.
Arthur Bower, just one of 13 names on a plaque hundreds of students pass by every day and probably don't notice. But for the students who go on this trip, Arthur's name and the name of the 12 others on that plaque will mean a lot more. Friday, Jennifer Corrales and 40 other Red Deer students and teachers are headed to France for more than a French lesson. The group will visit the graves of several former Red Deer students.
By appreciating what they've done for us, we can appreciate our own lives and what we have today. The luck we have in not having to think about the war. We can kind of go out and think about college and things like that.
They realized that these boys were young men much like themselves.
To the niece of Arthur Bower, the visit is a little gift she's very thankful for.
Let those who come after see to it that his name is not forgotten. Sapper William Arthur Bower, Canadian Engineers.
In Red Deer, Dwayne Rollheiser, News Group.
So that video was shot in 1997, and this project has been ongoing here at Thurber for more than 25 years. Today, I have a special announcement on behalf of the nieces of William Arthur Bower, Dorothy and Ruth Bower, aged 87 and 97 years young respectively. I'm here to announce a generous gift to the Red Deer and District Community Foundation. The gift is in the form of $1 million in order to establish the William Arthur Bower Memorial Bursary Fund. This award will be given annually to high school students in Red Deer who graduate from Red Deer School Division or the Red Deer Catholic School Division. There will be up to 5 students who will receive the award each year. The bursary is in the amount of a minimum of $5,000 per year and is renewable annually, thus meaning a student attending a 4-year post-secondary program could receive a minimum of $20,000 over the 4-year period. The bursary is open to any grade 12 students who attended a Red Deer high school and plans to attend any post-secondary institution in Canada. This includes not only colleges and universities, but technical institutes, specialized schools, leading to a certificate or a diploma or a degree. Students will be able to apply for this wonderful gift early in the new year. Applications will be available at the school from your school guidance counselor or career center. Today, I'd like to extend my special thanks to Aaron Peden from the Red Deer Community and District Community Foundation, Cindy Visser, counselor here at Lindsay Thurber, Jill Halton from Red Deer Catholic Schools, and Chris Warren, a lawyer for the Bower family, who worked out the criteria for this scholarship. I'd also like to underscore today the presence of Mr. Jim Bower, who is watching this broadcast from within the school, here representing the Bower family today. Ruth and Dorothy Bower were women from rural Alberta who were lucky enough to attend university in the 1940s and 50s at the University of Alberta. Ruth obtained a Bachelor of Commerce and Dorothy a Bachelor of Education, where she taught for many years in Red Deer Public Schools. In those days, the University of Alberta was smaller than the population of Lindsay Thurber High School. The Bower sisters saw many talented friends unable to attend university due to financial constraints in a post-war era in Red Deer. They feel their gift to the Red Deer and District Community Foundation will enable well-rounded high school graduates to pursue a further education in their chosen field. This is truly a remarkable and generous gift offered to Red Deer students by Dorothy and Ruth Bower. It is the largest ever received at the local level. Perhaps Ruth and Dorothy, who I mentioned are 87 and 97 years old, summed up their gift by saying, and I quote, "This $1 million memorial scholarship has been created to remember our uncle, Arthur, who died so young at the age of 22, while the rest of the family was able to live long and full lives. We will remember them."